Let's welcome in member of the House Armed Services and Foreign Affairs Committees, Georgia Republican Congressman Rich McCormick. Great to see you this morning, Congressman. So President Trump came out of the high-stakes Alaska summit telling the Ukrainian president that he could end the war with Russia almost immediately, but under a couple of conditions. The president posting on Truth Social, quote, "Remember how it started. No getting back Obama given Crimea, no going into NATO by Ukraine." What do you make of these new terms kind of being laid out here for this potential peace agreement?
Well, I think those two are the easy, low-hanging fruit. The hard thing is that Putin has literally asked for more than what he already has. As a negotiator, of course, that makes sense because the compromise would be with what he has now. But remember, he took over all this land illegally. Russia was invaded both during the Obama and the Biden administration because of our weakness. As a matter of fact, he even admitted that if Trump were president, he would have never invaded to begin with. That's why weakness results in war and strength equals peace. But I don't think that this is in good faith. Putin is basically delaying while he continues his attacks. To ask more than what he already has is not a serious negotiation. I think Europe will bring it. They're going to come united. They're going to talk about the history of these negotiations, what it means internationally to China and other countries who would want to do the same thing. I hope President Trump does not give Putin what he wants.
Yeah, one of the big concessions that I heard came out over the weekend was that the U.S. and Europe are considering Article 5 level type security guarantees, which is basically the NATO guarantee, an attack against one is attack against all. I mean, that would be significant and could put U.S. troops in harm's way if Russia were to attack later down the road.
Yeah, it wasn't just Article 5. It was Article 5 led by the U.S., which, of course, would make Russia not want to invade Ukraine if we're there, kind of like what we have in Korea, which I just returned from, as a matter of fact. But quite frankly, we made an agreement in the Budapest Accords back in '94 where we agreed with Great Britain and several other countries to include Russia that if Ukraine was invaded after giving up their nuclear arms, that we would come to their aid. What's to say that unless we have troops stationed there, which I really don't know if that's a great idea or not, although we do talk about our mineral rights and other things we're going to have as a result. But what's to say we won't go back on it again if we don't hold up our first agreement back in '94?
I just want to get your take. What do you think of all of these European allies also coming to this meeting today, coming to D.C.?
Yeah, so I was a NATO parliamentarian just recently. I'm still an alternate. I plan on going to a NATO summit this year. They're united. They understand what's at stake here. They understand that Russia is the bad guy. They're the invader. They're the ones that want to get a step closer to NATO origin countries. That's why Finland and Sweden just joined NATO, because they don't trust Russia. They've been at war with Russia before. This is not a man that we can trust. When you talk about, in your previous segment, you talked about how he's talking about the previous Russian Empire. He quotes Peter the Great. He quotes Catherine the Great, who said, "I can only secure my borders by expanding them." This guy is not to be trusted. Like I said, he has a horrible track record.
Great point.
Yeah, Congressman, today's meeting marks the first time that Ukrainian President Zelensky returns to the White House after that infamous Oval Office clash with the president and the vice president in February. I mean, do you think we're going to see a repeat of that happening again, or do you think he might be on a little better behavior this time around?
I think lesson learned. I know your personality, I know your audience. Europe has a lot of experience with Russia, too, and realize that one of the people that's going to be coming is the president of Finland, who has a very good relationship with President Trump, who I believe gone golfing with him. This will be a resolute Europe/NATO/Ukraine summit with President Trump. I think they'll show that they have unity in support of Ukraine and what they're trying to achieve to grab back some of that land, which would be a compromise, by the way. A compromise when both sides give, just like Secretary Rubio says, it can't just be Russia getting what they want, or they'll be encouraged to do the same thing down the road like he's threatened to do anyways.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. All right, Georgia Congressman, member of the Armed Services Committee, Rich McCormick, thanks for joining us this morning.
Great to have you with us.
Semper Fi.